And now, Knock 2 Studios presents Common Censored.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Common Censored, episode number 41. I'm Lord Sterling.
It's your boy Truckfit Dre.
How's your week going so far, Dre?
Pretty busy.
Nice. That keeps the clock spinning, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got some interesting stuff over here to talk about today. Lots of crazy topics, but let's start off with a little bit of fun. We have a lesson on how to open a pickle jar from Hillary Clinton and from Alex Jones. And we play some funny stuff while we're waiting for people to jump into the live stream. Make sure that it's working real quick, so I lost the window, had to restart. And all right, we are live. Boom. Okay, here we go. Back to business. We have a very important lesson here on how to live.
That's not how you open a can of pickles. There's no pop when she opens it. Pop. You pop them open. You pop them open. You pop them, pop them. You don't turn them like peanut butter or jelly or something. Can we zoom in on this? You have to pop it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to pop it. Pop. It's popped. It's vacuum sealed. It's vacuum sealed. Pop. You open it by pressuring down and popping. Look at that. I can't even really get it open because my hands are wet. Good God. I can't even open this. This is real. This is really happening.
He's like, fuck, I'm trying. I get live on camera, you know? He fucks it up.
I can't even open this. Worked up a sweat there. I couldn't open it.
Moving on. I like the edit there again. Okay, in more serious news, we've got a meeting taking place on Saturday, December 9th with some of the leading journalists, lawyers, and human rights defenders, quote unquote, gathering to discuss the persecution of Julian Assange. It's being called the Belmarsh Tribunal. Let's jump over here to the official National Press Club briefing. Belmarsh Tribunal. The extradition case against Julian Assange is now entering its final phase, and the international pressure for his freedom is mounting. From presidents to prime ministers to Nobel Prize peace winners, the international community is crying out against the injustice of Assange's persecution and its implication for press freedom worldwide. On the 9th of December, leading journalists, lawyers, and human rights defenders will gather at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. as witnesses to this crackdown on free speech and the First Amendment. It's not too late to stand on the right side of history. Register now to attend the tribunal in person or follow the proceedings online. So there's a link here, and it seems like a lot of the people involved with this may be more on like the progressive left side, Progressive International, Democracy Now. But I think that this in particular is an issue that we can all agree on with the way that Julian Assange is being railroaded for doing the right thing. What do you think, Dre? What do you think about Julian Assange?
That's a tough one. I mean, when you're dealing with the military and any type of information regarding the military, and that's a slippery slope. Do I feel like the man should be literally locked up for 13 years with no charges pending? That's kind of fucking crazy. That's extremely crazy. But again, just got to be careful. You know what I mean? Even the people who sign up for that link, I feel like they might be put on the list. You know what I'm saying? So all of this shit
Yeah,
is real.
seriously.
All of this shit is real tricky, bro. There was another another X post that came up last night talking about what was it? Anonymous had dropped another dump of the Hillary Clinton emails, and I specifically reposted it with a quote, and I said, "Hey, for anybody clicking on this link, you might want to think about it before you click on that shit. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole because all of that information, unfortunately, could now be used against us." And it's okay to support something without literally registering your identity and letting the powers that be that know that you support something. So I'm a support from afar. Y'all have that. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
it's the thought that counts, man. We can send the
It's the
positive
thought that
vibrations to permeate all of reality through the
Yeah,
DNA
brother.
antennae. Our
Yeah,
DNA are
yeah.
literally designed as transmitting and receiving antennae.
Yeah.
So we can literally affect space by projecting our vibrations through the universe, which is pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, man. And I support those who want to be brave and bold, but at the same time, I'm trying to use this as much as possible up here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that there's a way that we could support without our identities being known. And I would just implore our subscribers and the people that like to tune in to our content is be smart before you act on impulse.
Yep. Exercise with caution and use your judgment. Think for yourself, question authority, but don't be dumb about it.
Yeah.
While we're on this giving is think for yourself. Question
All
authority.
right. There you go, YouTube. We let the disclaimer out at the beginning of the show. There should not be any questions as to if we let a disclaimer out. All right, let's rock on.
Yep, and we got 35 people already watching on Rumble. Welcome to the party, pals. Glad you're here. Next, we have a helicopter pilot that needs an award immediately. Let's check this out. This is the cool. Well, we don't want to get copy struck, but you can imagine Leonard Skinner playing in the background. As he straps fireworks to the front of his copter. Flies around shooting off crazy Roman candles. What a savage mad lad, right?
That's when you know you just got too much damn money and time on your hands. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You just got a lot of damn money. I mean, that's thousands of dollars worth of Roman candles right there, bro.
Dude,
thousands.
It's gotta be, right? Dude.
Damn, it's still going.
Still going. Yeah, that's legit right there. This guy, nominate him for all the awards. Whatever awards they might be there. He's good at maneuvering too, he's really low altitude pulling some really some nice maneuvers. I'm impressed. I am very impressed by that. We have some breaking news about Joe Biden as well. This is just coming out. Joe Biden, according to Comer and the Oversight Committee, has received direct monthly payments from Hunter Biden's business entity. And of course, on Common Censor, this is allegedly. We are not making any claims. We are not defaming or slandering.
We just reporting what we see.
Yep. So
let's check. Said it was like $1,300 for an entire year for
every month.
From his law office for an entire year with no services rendered. I guess that's what they said.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I haven't actually seen it yet. Welcome back, David Smith on YouTube. Hope you'll join us on Rumble in a little bit when we exit YouTube. Thank you for being here and everybody on Rumble as well. So we have a thread over here from the Oversight Committee at GOP oversight. And I feel like we should credit Miranda Devine over here is where we found the story to begin with. At Miranda Devine, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have some actual documents released here. Everybody can go over these on their own. But we have an official press release from James Comer. Comer releases direct monthly payments to Joe Biden from Hunter Biden's business entity, published yesterday on the 4th. Washington, today, House Committee on Oversight and Accountability Chairman. Let me maximize for all of you guys so you can read it. Washington, today, House Committee on Oversight and Accountability Chairman James Comer, Republican, Kentucky, released subpoenaed bank records revealing Hunter Biden's business entity, Owasco P.C. Sounds like some kind of hallucinogenic technotronic device. Ayahuasca P.C. made direct monthly payments to Joe Biden. Hunter Biden is currently under an investigation by the DOJ for using Owasco P.C. corporate account, the Owasco P.C. corporate account, for tax evasion and other serious crimes. Following subpoenas to obtain Biden family associates' bank records, Chairman Comer issued subpoenas for Hunter and James Biden's personal bank records. The House Oversight Committee has identified over 20 shell companies and uncovered how the Bidens and their associates raked in over $24 million between 2015 and 2019 by selling Joe Biden as the brand. Financial records obtained show Hunter Biden's business account, Owasco P.C., received payments from Chinese state-linked companies and other foreign nationals companies. Payments to Joe Biden from Hunter's Owasco P.C. corporate account are part of a pattern revealing Joe Biden knew about, participated in, and benefited from his family's influence peddling schemes. As the Bidens received millions from foreign nationals and companies in China, Russia, Ukraine, Romania, and Kazakhstan. It makes me think of Borat whenever I hear Kazakhstan. And I almost said something, a super anti-Semitic quote from the Borat movie. Hold my tongue. Don't throw the Jew down the well. Joe Biden dined with his family's foreign associates, spoke to them by speakerphone, had coffee, attended meetings, and ultimately received payments that were funded by his family's business dealings. I think, do we have a clip here? Yes, we have an actual clip of Comer discussing this. Let's check it out.
President Joe Biden claimed there was
we got low volume over here. Let me pop up the volume booster Chrome extension. All right, let's try again.
President Joe Biden claimed there was an absolute wall between his official government duties and his family's influence peddling schemes. This was a lie. President Joe Biden claimed his family didn't receive money from China. This was a lie. President Joe Biden claimed he never spoke to his son, Hunter Biden, about the Biden's family's shady business dealings. This was a lie. Now, Hunter Biden's legal team and the White House's media allies claim Hunter's corporate entities never made payments directly to Joe Biden. We can officially add this latest talking point to the list of lies. Today, the House Oversight Committee is releasing subpoenaed bank records that show Hunter Biden's business entity, Owasco P.C., made direct monthly payments to Joe Biden. This wasn't a payment from Hunter Biden's personal account, but an account for his corporation that received payment from China and other shady corners of the world. At this moment, Hunter Biden is under an investigation by the Department of Justice for using Owasco P.C. for tax evasion and other serious crimes. And based on whistleblower testimony, we know the Justice Department made a concerted effort to prevent investigators from asking questions about Joe Biden. I wonder why. The more we learn, it appears the Justice Department was trying to cover up for the Bidens until brave IRS whistleblowers came forward and a federal judge rejected the sweetheart plea deal. Payments from Hunter's business entity to Joe Biden are now part of a pattern revealing Joe Biden knew about, participated in, and benefited from his family's influence peddling schemes. When Joe Biden was vice president, He spoke by phone, attended dinners, and had coffee with his son's foreign business associates. He allowed his son to catch a ride on Air Force Two at least a dozen times to sell the Biden brand around the world. Hunter Biden requested office keys to be made for his office mate, Joe Biden, in space he planned to share with a Chinese energy company. We've revealed how Joe Biden received checks from his family that were funded by the Biden's influence peddling schemes with China, no less. The House Oversight Committee continues to investigate Joe Biden's involvement in his family's domestic and international business schemes at a rapid pace. We will continue to uncover the facts and provide transparency about the findings of our investigation. President Biden and his family must be held accountable for this blatant corruption. The American people expect no less.
Boom. James Comer is kicking ass and taking names. What are your thoughts about this whole situation with the Bidens?
You want me to be honest?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen, bro.
It's,
Ain't nothing
yeah.
gonna happen.
It's,
They're
yeah,
gonna,
I
it's
mean,
1,300 a month. They're gonna sweep it under the rug. Ain't shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? There's something to see, but unfortunately, in the climate that we live in right now, bro, ain't shit gonna happen.
plus they control the Senate, so even if we were to impeach, it would get shut down. But it is helping just seed into the public consciousness what a corrupt bastard he is, which is only adding fuel to the fire of the Great Awakening. So we may not see anything happen in DC, technically, legislatively, criminally, legally as a result. But I think that it's sprouting seeds in the minds of people to question what they hear from Biden and from his administration. So it could be having at least somewhat of a positive effect. Let's jump over to another story from today. We're over here at the Gateway Pundit, article by Christina Layla, who's always got all the breaking news. Justin Jack Smith seeks to introduce evidence against Trump that isn't charged in the indictment. So he's just like doing stuff on his own now. That's not even part of the indictment. Special counsel Jack Smith is now seeking to introduce evidence against Trump that isn't even charged in the indictment. In September, Trump was hit with 4 counts in Jack Smith's January 6th case up in D.C. Conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of and attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights. Whatever that means. Jack Smith urged Judge Tanya Chutkin, she's like the granddaughter of literal Cuban communists, I think, something like that, allegedly, to allow, not to, the sins of your father aren't necessarily passed down to the children, but in her case, it seems like she, is kind of a commie herself. Smith asked Chutkin to allow his prosecutors to tell DC jurors about Trump's statements on prior elections. Government prosecutors said Trump's previous First Amendment protected statements claiming the 2012 and 2016 presidential elections were stolen are part of a pattern and led to an effort to overturn the 2020 election. What if the pattern is not Trump being radicalized to try to overthrow elections? What if the pattern is that elections are stolen? You know what I mean? That seems to be the pattern to me, which I've been saying for so long. What do you think, Trey? Could it be possible?
Yeah, and also, man, it's kind of messed up that he's been preparing for this whole January 6th case for quite some time, and then all of a sudden you're introducing 4 new charges that his legal team has not had the chance to even look over to be able to defend. It's like, bro, they're going to do whatever they got to do to indict Trump, bro, to get him arrested, bro. We're going to have to depend on the Supreme Court. I already know what's going to happen, bro. The writing is really on the wall. These people aren't letting up. They're not going to let up. We're going to have to depend on our Supreme Court's judges to get him out of this jam that, unfortunately, he really shouldn't be in, bro. This is messed up, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is, the total abandonment of law and order, and these people are just doing whatever they want. The fact that like up in New York, Engoron default judged, judgment notwithstanding of the verdict. He basically denied Trump a trial at all. They Alex Jonesed him. This is exactly what happened in Texas and in Connecticut with Alex Jones under different terminology, where they say, oh, Jones is guilty. Oh, Trump is guilty. Just how guilty is he? That's all that the jury is allowed to decide. How much money is Jones going to pay? Trump doesn't even get a jury. He's presenting evidence now that completely undermines the charges, but the verdict has already been announced by Engoron. It's madness, dude.
Speaking of breaking news, man, Fonnie Willis is now under investigation for colluding with I believe I don't know if they said they don't know exactly who tipped her off and told her that she needed to follow those charges. It don't matter how late it was. That's why they messed up on the first filing. But Fonnie Mae Willis is under investigation now for colluding with the J6 committee on the other side. So yeah, this is just
interesting.
This just literally was reported.
Yeah, this is coming from the straight from the Judiciary Committee, Chairman Jim Jordan's site. Interesting. Washington, D.C., December 5th. Today, House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan and Rep. Barry Loudermilk. That's a pretty crazy name, Loudermilk. I've never think of milk and sound together at the same time, Loudermilk. How did that happen? Launched an inquiry into the collusion between Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis and the partisan select committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. That's a mouthful. The Unselect Committee, we'll say, chaired by Rep. Benny Thompson, after recently learning that Willis's office coordinated its investigative actions with the partisan select committee. This new information raises additional questions relevant to the committee's oversight of Willis's politically motivated prosecution of a former president of the United States and several former senior federal officials. So this is pretty crazy. Good to see that the tides are turning a little bit and the watchers are being watched just a little bit. At least. Welcome back, Alicia. Glad to have you here. Make sure to join us on Rumble when we close out YouTube in a little bit. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen with this? Anything, or you think it's just a smoke show, Dre?
Nah, they're going to be able to present some damn good, damning evidence that should really be taken into consideration when Trump is going through this farce of a case. Especially, I can't wait till they unmask the person that actually contacted Fannie. I don't want to disrespect her. Fonnie Willis, okay? I'm like highly excited to see exactly who contacted her. That's what I want to know. Who was she on the phone with? Like that's what I want to know. So I'm actually happy to see this happen, even if nothing happens to her as far as getting her ousted from her position that she does not deserve to hold. If nothing happens, at least we will know the truth. We'll know what time they contacted her. We'll have the transcripts of what was being said. And it all makes sense because they filed the charges and messed up on the time and date and then had to wait until they had to have the court clerks come back into the courthouse and file the charges at 9-10 o'clock at night. That was something I have never seen before. So somebody called her and told her, no matter how long it takes, no matter how long you got to stay there, even if you got to come back to the office and be dead dog tired, you got to file these charges tonight to clear up the mistakes that was made. So it definitely makes sense.
So sketchy. So in the letter to Fannie, I'll disrespect her. I'll say Fannie. I'll take the hit on this one. They're demanding Article 1 of the Constitution grants Congress all legislative powers, and the Supreme Court has held that Congress may conduct inquiries into the administration of existing laws, studies of proposed laws, and surveys of defects in our social, economic, or political system for the purposes of enabling Congress to remedy them. Further, as they have previously articulated to Fonnie, Congress has the authority to consider and to investigate legislative reforms to insulate current and former presidents from state prosecutions. Pursuant to Rule 10 of the House of Representatives, the committee is authorized to conduct oversight of criminal justice matters to inform potential legislation. Accordingly, we ask that Fani please produce the following material. All documents and communications between or among the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and the Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol for the period of July 1st, 2021 to January 3rd, 2023. So that's a pretty decent time period. 2, all documents and communications referring to or relating to records in the possession of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office obtained by the Select Committee to investigate the J6 attack. In their letter to Benny Thompson, they demand similar stuff, a list of official communications between the Select Committee and Miss Willis or her office, a list of individuals who were deposed or interviewed by the Select Committee, an itemized list and copies of every record, including recordings, transcripts of witness interviews or depositions, electronic and print records of communications, and travel the Select Committee provided to Miss Willis. So yeah, I want to know what kind of collusion was going on behind the scenes as well. Good find, Dre. This is some encouraging developments. We can't let these people just continue these politically motivated charades without at least being held to account in some manner, right?
Nah, not at all, man. Trump is he's definitely getting hit left, right, top to bottom, and it's crazy how he just continues to withstand all of these charges, man, and keep on pushing. I don't know if I'm a matter of fact, I don't think that I'm strong as him, bro. This is a lot. So
dude, he's a beast, man.
Yeah, it just should be fair across the board, bro. And this is totally unfair, bro. This is not right. So
yeah, and
hopefully something comes of it.
Definitely, I agree, 1,426%. And Robert Barnes was talking on Viva and Barnes on Sunday about how, traditionally the U.S. court system is viewed internationally as being particularly unbiased and reliable, predictable, based in law and order. And the fact that all this type of stuff is happening is shaking the world's opinion of the United States. And it's going to be taking people, businesses, who now no longer will feel that they will be have just representation and results of court proceedings that they may have to move elsewhere, and it could have negative externalities that reach beyond just politics into
you're not going to be able to cover this part of history up, and guarantee you there are a lot of business owners that are looking at this and say, well, if I let my political views be known, then I risk being having
exactly
higher rates on my mortgage, or I could be debanked. We're hearing a lot of stories of that, or even I could try to refinance the next loan on my business to keep it open because of the harsh realities of the economy right now, and that could be struck down because I support Trump. This is going to have damages that is done to the system for the big and small business owner that's not going to be able to be repaired no time soon. Guarantee you. People will definitely leave this country and stop doing business here because of this case right here. People will definitely I don't know, but it's just you should be able to agree to disagree, but that's just not the climate of the country that we live in right now. It's basically get on board or get ran the fuck over.
Yeah, and as a result, people and businesses are going to have to be making some really important decisions that could affect the futures of their companies, whether they decide to stay or leave, and that's not the only important decision that people are having to make right now, ring or tank.
Ring. I'd say at least like 100.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, just spend on an engagement ring. I'd say at least like 100K. Yeah.
What? Buy an MRAP for $63,000. And if you're not interested in MRAP, you could get a Chieftain main battle tank for $75K. I'd say that's a pretty worthwhile investment. Or if you really feel like splurging, you could get the Leopard 1 main battle tank from Germany. It costs $225,000. But if you're going to spend that on a ring, you might as well spend that on a tank. You can do a lot more with a tank than you can with a ring. Also, yes, for those of you that are asking and that are curious, who can own a tank? Yes, tanks are legal in the United States as long as you have a demilitarized main gun. So that means that you can't fire tank rounds for obvious reasons, though I'm sure some of us would disagree on that. But yes, you can own a tank, as you should, as your God-given right as an American. Personally, I'd probably want to get an MRAP, though.
How much do you think?
Do these?
Damn it, sorry. So, ladies, if you want us to spend $100K on a ring, just remember we could get a tank instead, or an MRAP.
Bro, I'm sorry. You're not getting $100K for no ring. Like, do these young ladies live in reality? Like, you better go to the pawn shop and look at the deals they got on the real good rings and get them up from a pawn shop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a ring does not make your marriage. It does not.
Right. Yeah, in my opinion, you know, this may be controversial, but
like $100K, like where the what the fuck? Like
next level, living in like fantasy land. Well,
man,
okay, $100K after hyperinflation. You know what I mean? Like we're
bro,
like
$100K never. You think I'm gonna put a house down payment on your finger? You better off cutting that motherfucker off. You ain't gonna get it from me.
If two people truly love each other, the ring shouldn't really matter that much. It's just a symbol, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just trying status and find, you know, if you're like looking for a sugar daddy type relationship, then that's not the type of woman I'm interested in the first place. You know, I'll pick up the tank in that case.
Hey, go to the pawn shop and get the best possible ring you can get for $1,000, and it's probably gonna be like a $3,000-$4,000 ring. Ain't nobody gonna spend no, bro. Anyways. They lost their damn mind. Do you really think? Look at it. I ain't gonna start.
I think they're all very beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
In more relevant news, there is a whistleblower coming out claiming that there is.
Hold on. I know I'm not reading this. Bro.
Exit plan for Zelensky from Ukraine to come to the U.S. and be given American citizenship.
Good eye.
Dude, yeah, right.
Nigga, what?
Yeah. So we got Redacted over here, which is a great show. Clayton and I can't remember his wife's name, but they've been. I think they started out on the left and they've been sort of transitioning over to the right, and they're doing a lot of good work. So if you guys have a chance, I recommend going to Redacted News on Rumble. They do a live stream every day around
Clayton Morris. Okay.
3. Yeah. He's friends with Tucker. You know, they do a really good show, well produced, lots of really good information you're not going to hear other places. Lots of it. They do really, really good work. So let's jump in for a minute here and get the story about Zelensky. He's coming to America. He's going to be one of the boys.
Is Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky about to become a U.S. citizen and be shipped on to sunny of Florida? A new report has surfaced from someone claiming to be a U.S. Secret Service agent. And according to the report, well, ostensibly, this person is a whistleblower still working at the U.S. Secret Service, trying to remain anonymous. He says he has documents claiming that the U.S. has already negotiated a plan to remove Zelensky from power, bring him to the United States as a U.S. citizen. And here you can see these naturalization documents, which have been provided, which he apparently...
Are you fucking serious?
And you can see Volodymyr Zelensky here on this U.S. naturalization document.
So we have a certificate of naturalization. It appears to be what it claims to be. The Secretary, Tampa, Florida. So this is somebody in Florida. residing at Vero Beach, having complied in all respects with all of the applicable provisions of the naturalization laws of the United States, being entitled to be admitted as a citizen of the United States, and having taken the oath of allegiance at a ceremony conducted by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration offices at New York City, New York, September 20th, 2023. Wasn't he in town for like some kind of summit in September in New York? Asking everybody for money with his crazy voice. Bro, like, can you imagine? Like Salty's been saying forever too, like, Zelensky, he's fucking dead. You know, like they're setting him up to be taken out. Bruh. Like, are they really planning on tanking the whole Ukraine situation and just bringing him over here to protect him?
Hey, bro, this is all I know. New York Times reported this dude to be in New York begging for aid on his bended knee, September the 20th, 2023, all the way through the 22nd and 23rd. So, yeah, he was here.
Damn.
Put up the disclaimer, allegedly. Just put up at least allegedly. You know how YouTube is. Bro, this is some crazy shit. So,
Crazy,
basically,
right?
all of those people who passed, you know what I'm saying, God bless their souls, all those people who passed away because they, you know, are warring with Russia, you just gonna leave your people, bro, and then come over here and live?
Dude, unforgivable.
And we allowing it to happen. You like, how in the hell do we get papers of naturalization? Like, what has he done to get those papers, bro? Like,
bro,
they just gave it to him.
I agree with Mandy. Boot his ass out. You know, just kick him right out the door. And if not right out the door, then
right to jail right away.
You know,
nobody's gonna like you, Vladdy. Nobody. Do you know how much money you stole from us? And basically,
bro,
like you like half of the weapons. They said 70% of the weapons that went to Ukraine, they can't even account for them. You sold them back door to other countries.
Yeah, and
Nobody's
Ukrainian
gonna
diplomats
like you,
with briefcases full of U.S. cash, like going over the borders to other countries and stuff.
If dude is in Tampa, Florida, he gonna get that smoked. And bro, you might as well just stay in the house. Don't come outside, bro.
Seriously,
like, for real.
He's probably in more danger in Florida than he is in Ukraine.
Bruh, for real.
You know,
they would all of that in Florida. So I don't know, bro. It's just I hope this is not true. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. He was here at the same time. I don't know. That's falsifying federal documents. So that's a high crime. You could go to prison for a long time for that. I don't know why anybody would leak a falsified document like that to go to jail for a long time. I think that shit is real.
Yeah, and Mama Max got a great point too, adding to that this was, quote, absolutely a deal with corrupt Biden in exchange for not spilling the beans. The beans on what, you might ask? The fact that Ukraine is a stomping ground for illegal American activity since they're not an ally, someplace where they can do experimental bioweapons research, put their kids on the boards of corrupt companies, install presidents as puppets, and run everything. You know, all those biolabs over there that Russia was talking about, the various crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely crazy. I think it's about time we disconnect from YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, we don't
let's get ready to rumble. We will end on YouTube. If you are following us on YouTube right now, you can find us at _Common Censored on X. Dre at Truckfit LLC. That's TRUKFYT LLC. And me at Mortis _Noctu. That's death by night in Latin. We're on commoncensored.locals.com. You can find us there. But most importantly, you should check the YouTube chat because I am posting a link to the Rumble stream so you can join us over there right now on Rumble, where the party will continue. Any final words to fuck tube, as Ed I think called it in the chat earlier? Sounds like a porn site.
This motherfucker trying to get us kicked off YouTube.
Sorry. Susan
Man, look,
Wojcicki, don't find me,
hey,
Susan.
hey, look, YouTube, we trying to work with y'all. Y'all obviously don't like our platform. You're unsubscribing people. The views are not adding up to what they're actually saying. You know, we had 14, 15 live yesterday. We got off. You said we only had 6 views, YouTube. It's just not fair across the board, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, what y'all do, but y'all just not giving a voice to the people who, you know, unfortunately have different views than what you guys are. I thought that's what makes freedom of mind and freedom of conscience.
Right.
I thought that's what our country was about, but obviously it's not. So, man, shout out to y'all, YouTube. You know,
Yeah, yep. They're
that's
just
what it is.
ignoring U.S. law and going with international WHO standards. So we will shut it down right now on YouTube and come join the party on Rumble. I see our numbers already increasing over there as they are diminishing on YouTube. So thank you all for that. We will see you in a couple seconds right over on Rumble.